Hello, everyone. It is Earl, and welcome to today's live show. I am super excited that you're here today. We are coming to you live from a very dreary Fort Lauderdale, where we're here for the fourth quarter cybersecurity and event. So, trying to make sure that we are learning the greatest and the latest in cybersecurity and making sure that we're up to date for all of our clients and to make sure our show content is correct. So a little bit different setup today, but we are glad you're here. So today we have a topic that's going to be crucial for everyone. Backup Boot Camp, your ultimate guide to data recovery and peace of mind. So let's get started. Again, we're glad you're here. So let's talk about why backups are so important. Well, imagine losing all of your business data in a snap. That's terrifying, right? You came in today, you did work on some spreadsheets, etc., and suddenly they're all gone. Well, backups are your safety net, your plan B when things are going south. So there are different kinds of backups and different types of backups. So let's talk about those. We have cloud backups, we have external hard drive backups, and we even have network attached storage, also known as NAS. If you don't know what that is, it's just a big word that means a bunch of disks that are attached to your network. Each of it has its each one has their pros and cons. And today I'm going to help you try to figure out which one is best for you. So creating a backup strategy is easier than you think. The key is to have multiple copies of your data stored in different locations. We call this the 3-2-1 strategy. So 3 total copies, 2 local, but on different devices, and 1 offsite. So here are the best practices for having backup. So, and let me back up for just a minute. So let's talk about the 3 copies. 2 local and 1 offsite. So you've already got your copy of your data where you currently store it. Maybe you store it in SharePoint. Maybe you store it on your C drive. Maybe you store it on a server somewhere or a shared drive. You'll also want to have a copy of that somewhere other than on that particular device. So maybe it's an external device that's making copies. You also want to have you may also have a tape drive or something that's making copies of all of that data. And then you also want to have a copy of that offsite. And we should talk about why. So many times we don't need backup because we have an external hard drive. We're copying everything to the external hard drive. Well, that external hard drive needs to be offsite because hacking is not the only issue that you might have with your backup. There could be what happens if you lose your building, what happens if there's a fire, what happens if there's a hurricane, what if there's a tornado. All of these are things that you need access to your data. And so you need to have data stored locally and offsite. So some best practices for your backup. Automate it. So set your backups to run automatically. And I will tell you why. The biggest issues we have seen with backups are people who said, we're going to back it up on an external hard drive, and then they never do. They forget. It's no longer in their mind. They can't remember. Automate it. Make sure that it runs automatically. Test your backups, making sure that your backups can be restored successfully. Test your backups monthly, weekly, and yearly, okay? Keep them secure. So make sure that if it has sensitive data on it, that data is secure and that data is at rest, that data is encrypted if it's at rest, and protect it with strong passwords. So just like you want to make sure that your computer has a strong password and that your email has a strong password, you also want to make sure that your backups have a strong password. So, and I'm going to go one step further here, and I'm going to talk about cloud backups. So we as a society have assumed that many of us are on Google and we're on Office 365 and we're using all these things in the cloud, and we're just assuming that those programs are backed up for us. They are not. As a matter of fact, Microsoft and Google, as well as SharePoint, OneDrive, all of those actually have in the writing that they need, that you are responsible for the integrity of the data and you're responsible for making sure that's backed up. So if you're relying on all the information in OneDrive to be backed up, be prepared that you need to have a strategy for cloud backup, or what we call SaaS backup. So that's a wrap for today. I could get really into the weeds about data backups, and I don't want to. But if you found this useful, please make sure that you subscribe. Make sure that you get our latest updates every week right here, 10:30 on Thursday. If you need to talk to us or you'd like to talk a little bit more, you can reach us at cyberrisk@ek3tech.com. You can also go online at www.ek3tech.com. We'd be more than happy to talk with you. But most importantly, back up your data. If you don't back up your data with us and you don't talk to us about backing up your data, make sure that you back up your data with someone. Until next week, I'll see you right here on EK3 Live. Have a great week.